You know, sometimes a moment arrives in a man's life, especially after 50, when he looks in the mirror and realizes something has changed. Maybe the energy isn't the same. Maybe the strength isn't what it used to be. Maybe mornings feel heavier, motivation feels weaker, and intimacy doesn't spark the way it once did. And here's the part that men almost never talk about. Deep inside, it can feel like you're slipping away from the version of yourself you used to be. But imagine this for a moment. What if there was something simple, something so small it could fit under your tongue, that could help bring back a sense of vitality, masculinity, drive, and confidence you thought age had taken? What if one overlooked vitamin could directly help your body ignite its natural testosterone production? Not a pill you swallow, not a risky supplement, but something that works faster because it bypasses the digestive system entirely? Stay with me today, because in the next few minutes, you may discover something that reawakens a part of you that never actually disappeared. It just needed the right spark. Now let's ease into today's topic with calmness and clarity, because this conversation is one many men over 50 wish they'd had years earlier. We're talking about testosterone, your body's natural fuel for strength, vitality, confidence, libido, mood, motivation, and overall male wellness. Men often assume low testosterone is just an unavoidable part of aging. It happens to everyone, they say. It's natural. And yes, testosterone does gradually decline with age. But here's the truth most men never hear. The dramatic drop so many men experience is not simply age. It's lifestyle, deficiencies, stress, inflammation, and hormonal imbalance. Meaning, much of it is fixable. Among the most powerful, natural, and scientifically supported ways to help your body restore healthy testosterone is through a vitamin that most men are severely lacking in. But here's the twist. Swallowing it in a pill barely moves the needle. The real magic happens when you take it sublingually, under the tongue, where your body absorbs it directly into the bloodstream. Faster, stronger, and more effective. This is why today's video is so important, especially for men over 50. Before revealing the vitamin, let's discuss why this under-the-tongue approach works so effectively. You see, as we age, the digestive system becomes slower and less efficient. Stomach acid weakens, absorption declines, and many nutrients never reach the bloodstream in their full potency. But when something dissolves under your tongue, it goes straight into the bloodstream through tiny capillaries. This process is called sublingual absorption, and it's the same method used for certain emergency medications because it works so quickly and so reliably. When you take certain vitamins sublingually, your body gets nearly 100% of the dose. And this is especially important when the goal is supporting testosterone, blood flow, energy, and male vitality. Now let's talk about the vitamin itself, vitamin B12, specifically methylcobalamin, the sublingual form that dissolves under the tongue. This nutrient is absolutely essential for testosterone production, red blood cell formation, strong nerve function, mental clarity, and energy metabolism. But here's the shocking reality. More than half of men over 50 are deficient in it, some without even knowing. And deficiency symptoms often mimic low testosterone, low energy, brain fog, poor libido, erectile issues, irritability, muscle loss, and slow recovery. If you've experienced any of these lately, there's a very good chance B12 deficiency is part of the equation. But why does this vitamin have such a powerful effect on testosterone? Let's break it down in a simple, friendly way. Your body produces testosterone in the testes, but it needs certain nutrients to fuel that process. B12 is involved in the production of red blood cells, which carry oxygen throughout the body, including to the testes. Better oxygen means better hormonal activity. B12 also helps reduce homocysteine, an inflammatory compound that increases with age and restricts blood flow. Low blood flow is one of the biggest causes of erectile dysfunction and weaker testosterone output. So, when B12 levels rise, blood flow improves, inflammation drops, energy increases, and overall hormonal balance strengthens. It's like removing roadblocks in your body so testosterone can move freely and naturally. But here's where things get even more interesting. B12 improves methylation, a biological process that supports DNA function and hormone production. As we age, methylation slows down, leading to fatigue, hormonal imbalance, and cognitive decline. Sublingual B12 gives your methylation cycle the boost it desperately needs. Studies have shown men with healthy B12 levels have significantly higher testosterone than those who are deficient, not because B12 is a magic hormone, because it unlocks your body's natural ability to produce and use testosterone effectively. Now here's something many men overlook. Even if you eat meat, eggs, or dairy, foods rich in B12, you may still be deficient. That's because after 50, the stomach produces less intrinsic factor, a protein needed to absorb B12 from food. So you can eat all the steak you want, but your body still can't access the vitamin properly. That's why sublingual B12 is such a game changer. It bypasses the gut completely. That means older men get the full benefit without relying on declining digestive function. And let's talk honestly for a moment. Many men over 50 begin noticing subtle changes in their masculinity, things they might not say out loud, like feeling less confident, having difficulty with erections, losing strength, feeling less assertive, or becoming easily fatigued. These changes can chip away at a man's sense of identity. But here's the beautiful part. Your body is still capable of feeling vibrant, energized, and masculine. It just needs support. When men start taking sublingual B12 consistently, they often report something very uplifting. Their spark begins to return. They feel more alert in the morning, their mood improves, their drive comes back, workouts feel stronger, stamina increases, blood flow improves. And yes, intimacy often becomes more satisfying again, not because B12 is a stimulant, but because it restores what was depleted. It supports natural testosterone, it boosts nitric oxide, it enhances nerve function and circulation, it helps rebuild healthy red blood cells, it re-energizes the mind. Let's paint a picture. Imagine waking up feeling refreshed, not dragging your feet to the bathroom. Imagine walking with more energy and purpose. Imagine feeling clear-headed again, motivated again, confident again. Imagine feeling that inner male strength returning, not artificially, not chemically, but naturally, from within your own body. That's the real power of sublingual B12. But let me be clear, not all B12 is equal. Cyanocobalamin, the cheap version, is harder for older adults to convert, especially those with reduced liver or kidney function. The form you want under your tongue is methylcobalamin. It's bioactive, safe, fast-working, and directly usable by the body. And the dosage that tends to work best for men over 50 is between 1,000 mcg and 2,500 mcg daily taken under the tongue, though you should always adjust based on how your body responds, and any guidance from your doctor. Sublingual B12 doesn't just enhance testosterone, it supports the entire male system. It helps regulate sleep by aiding melatonin production. It boosts nerve function, which can improve sensitivity and sexual function. It enhances metabolism, helping reduce stubborn belly fat that often builds up around the midsection after 50. It supports heart health, something absolutely essential for strong erectile performance. And, importantly, it lifts mood, because hormonal health and emotional well-being are tightly connected. And here's something every man over 50 should hear clearly. When testosterone rises naturally, it doesn't just help the body, it helps relationships. Men often find themselves more emotionally present, more affectionate, more confident, and more engaged. Women can sense the difference. Partners feel the shift. A man who feels strong, energized, and clear is a man who connects more deeply with life. As we head into part 2, we'll explore exactly how to use this vitamin for best results, how to combine it with other natural boosters, the signs you're deficient, the benefits you can expect, and the timeline most men experience when they begin taking B12 under the tongue. Before we continue, I want to gently remind you, taking small steps toward your health today can completely transform your next 10, 20, even 30 years. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel alive. You deserve to feel like yourself again. Now, let's continue this conversation with the same calm, steady pace. Because what we're talking about has the potential to transform how you feel every day, not just for a week or a month, but for years. In part 1, we talked about why sublingual B12 is one of the most overlooked testosterone-supporting vitamins for men over 50. Now, let's go deeper into how to use it, what results to expect, and what combinations unlock its full power. Let's start with something many men ask. How long does it take before I feel the difference? The answer varies, but most men begin noticing subtle shifts within the first week of consistent sublingual use. It often begins with energy, feeling more awake in the morning, feeling more alert through the day, and having fewer low-energy crashes. That's because B12 boosts red blood cell production, and when oxygen delivery improves, the entire body wakes up. Within 2 to 4 weeks, many men report stronger libido, better mood, and a sense of mental clarity they haven't felt in years. Around weeks 4 to 8, the testosterone-supporting effects become more noticeable. Strength increases, stamina improves, and some men even see improved erectile performance and sensitivity. The changes are gradual, natural, and steady, the way the body likes to heal and rebalance itself. But while the timeline is helpful, a more important question is, how should you use sublingual B12 for best results? The key is consistency. This isn't something you pop once in a while and hope for magic. You place it under your tongue daily, ideally in the morning. Let it dissolve fully. Don't chew it, don't swallow it right away. Give it at least 60-90 seconds, although many men let it sit longer. During that brief moment, you're giving your body direct access to the vitamin it desperately needs. This simple daily habit becomes a quiet ritual of self-care that can gradually rebuild your energy and vitality. Now, dosage. Most experts recommend 1,000 to 2,500 mcg of sublingual methylcobalamin daily for men over 50. Some men do well with 1,000 mcg. Others, especially those who have been chronically deficient, feel their best closer to 2,000 or 2,500 mcg. The beauty of B12 is that it's water-soluble, meaning your body excretes what it doesn't need. But as always, if you take medications or have underlying medical conditions, simply mention your supplement routine to your doctor for peace of mind. Let's talk about symptoms of deficiency that many men mistake for aging. You may relate to some of these: feeling tired even after a full night's sleep, getting winded easily, losing muscle faster than expected, experiencing numbness or tingling in the hands or feet, feeling irritable or low in mood, struggling with memory or focus, having weak libido, or experiencing erectile difficulties. These aren't random signs of getting older. They're classic warning signs of B12 deficiency. And when deficiency remains uncorrected, the body compensates by slowing down hormones, including testosterone. So when men begin restoring B12 levels, so many of these symptoms start to fade, almost like clouds lifting off a landscape. But here's where the conversation becomes even more exciting. Sublingual B12 is powerful on its own, but when combined with other natural nutrients and habits, the effects can be significantly stronger. For example, pairing B12 with vitamin D3 can create a synergistic boost for hormone balance. Most men over 50 have low vitamin D levels, especially if they spend little time in the sun. And vitamin D plays a direct role in testosterone production. Adding magnesium helps relax blood vessels, improve sleep, and enhance hormonal balance. Zinc, in small to moderate amounts, helps testosterone receptors function properly. And omega-3s support cardiovascular health, which is essential for erectile strength. But here's a crucial insight. When B12 is low, the body cannot properly use many of these other nutrients. That's why men often take multivitamins or testosterone supplements and feel nothing, because the base foundation is missing. Think of B12 as the spark plug inside an engine. Without it, the engine can't fire properly, no matter how much fuel you pour in. Restoring B12 opens the doorway for your body to respond to all your other efforts. Better sleep, better exercise, better nutrition, better testosterone support. Let's talk for a moment about blood flow, because healthy blood flow is essential for sexual performance, heart health, and testosterone. B12 supports nitric oxide production indirectly by lowering homocysteine, a compound that thickens the blood and stiffens arteries. When homocysteine drops, arteries relax, blood flow improves, and oxygen delivery increases, especially to the pelvic region and the testes. This is why so many men report improvements in erection quality, sensitivity, and stamina with consistent sublingual B12 use. It's not acting like a drug, it's acting like a nutrient the body desperately needs to maintain healthy blood vessels. Now let's address something sensitive but important. Many men over 50 begin withdrawing emotionally and physically from their partners when their testosterone dips. They may feel embarrassed, frustrated, or disconnected from their body. They may feel like the flame inside has dimmed, but when men restore their energy and hormone levels naturally, that emotional withdrawal often disappears. They feel confident again, engaged again, present again. The ripple effect of hormonal health goes far beyond the physical. It touches relationships, communication, intimacy, and overall life satisfaction. Another aspect men often overlook is mental health. Testosterone and B12 both influence neurotransmitters, chemicals like dopamine and serotonin that affect mood, drive, and motivation. When these are low, men may feel unmotivated, unfocused, or emotionally flat. Sublingual B12 can help rebuild these neurotransmitters, which is why so many men describe feeling mentally sharper and more emotionally stable after a few weeks of use. This clarity helps them make better decisions, stay consistent with healthy habits, engage more fully with their families, and take more interest in daily life again. Let's talk about something many men find surprising. B12 can help reduce belly fat. Not because it burns fat, but because it boosts metabolism, supports thyroid function, and increases natural energy levels, making movement easier. When metabolism speeds up even slightly, stubborn fat around the midsection becomes easier to lose. And losing that abdominal fat is one of the fastest ways to increase testosterone naturally, because belly fat produces estrogen. So when you reduce belly fat, you remove one of the biggest hormonal roadblocks men face after 50. Now, let's take a moment to picture what the next few months could look like if you begin taking sublingual B12 consistently. Imagine waking up with energy instead of stiffness. Imagine feeling mentally calm, focused, and sharp. Imagine stronger libido and better performance. Imagine feeling confident, moving with strength, and reconnecting with the version of yourself that felt alive, active, and powerful. Imagine hearing your partner say, "You seem different lately, happier, stronger." That's the impact a simple daily habit can create. Of course, B12 is not a miracle cure. It's not meant to replace good sleep, healthy food, or gentle exercise. But it supports all of them. When your energy is higher, you naturally move more. When your hormones rebalance, your sleep improves. When your blood flow improves, your workouts feel easier. Everything begins to work together in harmony. And that's the beauty of natural health. It's interconnected. So as we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with this. You're not too old to feel strong. You're not too old to feel masculine. You're not too old to improve your testosterone naturally. And you're certainly not too old to take control of your health. Your body may be older, but it is still capable of extraordinary improvement. It simply needs the right support. If you found this helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more science-backed, senior-focused health guidance. Your best years can still be ahead of you, and remember, you deserve to feel alive again.